Good morning and welcome to, this is now day 4, believe it or not, of our Disney cruise vacation. Today is our day at sea. As you can see, we are floating out here. We are just sailing away. Oh, there's a cargo ship out there. That's really cool. Game plan today's gonna be all about the ship, just getting to explore everything. I want to do some of the open houses for the kids clubs that we haven't been able to check out yet. Really just do like a full top to bottom ship tour. We just want to explore today, and right now we're getting ready to head to breakfast. Okay, so everybody ready for today? It's the sea day. We are going to go to breakfast right now. Also, me and Mom are wearing our matching shirts that we just got. We're gonna go to breakfast at the not Enchanted Garden, Royal Palace. So every day they do breakfast at, you can go to the buffet, Cabanas, and that's where we've been going to breakfast. But they also do breakfast at Royal Garden, which is the place, not Royal Garden, Royal Palace. I'm combining Enchanted Garden and Royal Palace. Royal Palace is where we are going to breakfast this morning. Oh, there's Ariel. Hello, Starfish. Oh, that's so fun. We got to catch her. But yes, we're going to Royal Palace. We are going to Royal Palace this morning for breakfast, to have a sit-down breakfast, which is gonna be our first time doing that. Also, this is that thing you could have reserved times for. They have the like princess meet and greet where they have, it looks like 3 princesses out, Cinderella, Rapunzel, and Belle. Okay, new plan. I didn't realize that the breakfast at the sit down ends at 9:30, so we're going back up to Cabanas after all. We all slept in this morning, which that for us isn't really like sleeping in late, but yeah, we were exhausted after yesterday. Castaway Key Day is a long day and it was so fun. So yeah, we all needed our rest. So here's my plate this morning, healthy as ever, absolutely. But look at this view. Oh my gosh. I'm also excited. I'm trying for the first time today one of the made to order omelets. So I ordered a cheese and a ham omelet, and you can order them up there and then they give you a number, number 99. You put it on the table and then they bring it out to you when it's ready, which is really cool. We finished breakfast. We're now relaxing down here on deck 4, and this is one of my favorite little spots to sit. I mean, just look at this view. This is amazing. And this cruise is sponsored by my sponsor here on my channel, 407 and Beyond Vacation Company. Huge shout out to them. It is thanks to them that I am here on the Disney Dream. This cruise, they sent me on their behalf. You can get started with them with a free no obligation quote anytime at 407vacations.com. It doesn't ever cost you anything more to book with a travel professional as it would to book with Disney directly. And then you have somebody in your corner who can handle all the finer details so you can just relax like we are doing right now. So now we are relaxing down here on deck 4. Look at this view. This is right underneath of the lifeboats, and they have the most comfortable loungers down here, and it's usually so quiet. Look at this. This is like a nice padded like lounger. So we came down here because this is the level that has all of the like lounges, nightclubs, everything. This is where they have Evolutions, which is the nightclub I came to the other night for that adult game show thing. That was very fun. But we went down here just now because they had bingo that was happening, so we were thinking about doing that, but I think we're gonna skip bingo for now. But it was a $10,000 jackpot, so if you're into gambling, come do bingo. I'm actually gonna pop up on the screen here. They have for sea day, and actually for every single day that we've been on the ship, they have so many activities, and that's what I love about the Navigator app. You can just go through, you can actually hit the little heart on the things that you want to check out, and it kind of makes like a itinerary for your day then. But it's so nice that at any point if you're looking for something to do, you just jump in the app and they are always doing something. It gets to the point where you're like, I want to do that, I want to do that. So my best advice, try to like get on like the night before or something and like kind of pre-plan your day, think about everything that you want to hit. I think the next thing that we're gonna go do is the Animation Academy, which is Disney Animation. And if you're familiar with in the parks when they had it at Hollywood Studios, and recently they do it over at Animal Kingdom, as well as during the Festival of the Arts, they always do the Animation Academy. It's when an actual Disney animator takes you step by step through and you get to draw a Disney character. It is so fun. Okay, we are going to the Animation Academy. This is something we have to, probably in the Florida home, we'll have to assemble all of our, from over the years. We have back from when it was MGM Studios and not even Hollywood Studios, Animation Academy drawings, so we need to like find a way to display them all. Oh, look, Daisy's out in her princess outfit. Oh, and they're still doing the princess meet and greets down here. Here it is, the D Lounge. This is our first time going in here. I think briefly the other night I had popped in here, but I have not done any activities in here. Hi! Thank you.
You can draw with me today.
Yes.
Great. Just take a paper and pencil for everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here in the D Lounge. I will be your host for this Disney animation session. If I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet this cruise, my name is Brian. Say hi, Goofy. Goofy. Can we learn how to draw you? We're gonna draw you today. Does that sound good?
I didn't realize they bring out the character.
You need a pencil. There you go. Well, I don't know. I've already learned how to do it, so I'm gonna teach the class, okay? But you can hang out. You can see how people are doing, and maybe give some pointers because you probably know your face pretty well. All right? We'll see. We'll see. Awesome, they're doing great. We got some real artists joining us. That's great. All right, let's keep going. I think the first actual feature we're gonna be drawing is Goofy's nose. Okay, I'm gonna point to their nose. Yeah, you see Goofy's? It's nice and round and shiny too. So, we're actually gonna be turning this bottom.
We just left, there's my Goofy. Okay, let's see, we gotta hold them all up. Everyone can leave comments. Who drew Goofy best? Let's lay him down. There's mine.
It's pretty obvious who did.
I don't think so. We all have different strong points in our little Goofies. Look at them. That was a complicated one because it was hard to see the screen at points. So we were all, that was like a challenging, we kind of had to guess, yes, what's the next thing we do. But that was so fun. So also on the same deck here, deck 4, where we just came out of the D Lounge, starting actually right now in the District Lounge, which is the next one down here, they're doing Disney trivia. So we might go see what that's all about.
What's his name? Is it Pull Out Boy? That would be pretty cool. Who does Max want to go see? For dinner. Is it at Tony's restaurant?
Yes!
Pizzeria. Frankie's Pasta.
We came inside of Evolutions now. This is the other nightclub or like lounge that they have. Right now they're doing Disney Cruise Line trivia.
I love that. I love that.
This is when I came in here the other night to watch that Match Your Mate show. It was so packed with people, so it's neat to see this like right now and take in the vibe and everything. It's really a cool design.
Choice, so I'm gonna meet your questions with my beautiful boys. Number 1. In which year did Disney Cruise Line launch its first ship? And I love that one because that was the year when I was born. In which year did Disney Cruise Line launch its first ship?
Everybody put it in the comments right now. I think it's 1998.
1998, 2011, 2012, or 1999. Okay, your 4 options. Ship has a signature statue in the lobby atrium. Which statue is in the atrium of the Disney Dream? I bet you all know this.
Okay, we're leaving Disney Trivia. We've been waiting around because in a couple of minutes here, they're getting ready to start the making of the Dream, which is in the pub up here. And this is all about how they built this ship that we're on. So we want to go check that out. And it's in the 687 pub in here.
Let's get started. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mauricio, and I come from the beautiful city of Guadalajara, Mexico. Woo-hoo! Of when the Disney Dream was about to set sail. Now, there are a couple of things I'd like to point out of this video. First of all, you can really tell how excited and how proud they were of the product they were about to launch. So that's something that I always point out.
We are now adventuring around deck 4. And so deck 4 here, this is also the jogging, like running path. We've been seeing a lot of people running around this deck. It says 2.5 laps around this deck equals 1 mile. So you can come do your Run Disney training around here. So we watched that making of the Disney Dream thing. That was so cool. Dad, did you really like that? That was the thing you wanted to see.
Yeah, I liked that. Very good.
It was really interesting. So they played a short video which had like a lot of like the marketing materials for the Dream, and then the guy was wonderful that did then the presentation, and just they had so many interesting facts that like I had no idea. Really neat things. So that whole bar that we were in, 687, it got its name from, they said when they're constructing a new ship, the company that's building the ship gives the ship like a code name, and so 687 was the name for the Dream, what they referred to it as. And the whole theme of that pub there, they have pictures on the wall of like the construction process and everything. They have another duplicate of the coin that is actually placed at the bottom of this ship, because that's like a legend that every ship that sails, you put a coin underneath the ship for good luck. It was really interesting. We learned a lot of like neat little pieces of trivia. The other interesting thing that he said too in that was they were talking about, they kind of highlighted things. It wasn't just specifically about the Disney Dream. They talked about all of the Disney Cruise Line ships, and he was saying how when the Dream and the Fantasy premiered, they put the Magic and the Wonder through dry dock, and they had made some renovations and everything to it. And he actually said, and I had not heard this yet, that soon they're going to make some renovations to the Dream and the Fantasy, because now you have the Wish, which is the newer ship. So, you know, that's the thing, Disney's always going to keep up and make sure that nothing is ever outdated. Like, they always are going to keep making improvements, just like they do in the park. So that's going to be really exciting. Additionally, the other little thing he was saying too was that Castaway Cay, so they don't actually own Castaway Cay. They are leasing it with the Bahamian Islands, but they are also currently working on a new island, because now that they have all these additional ships coming, they need to have 2 ports of call. So there is going to be a new island, and like he said, I appreciate this, he was like, my favorite Imagineer is heading up the project. Joe Rohde was the one who worked on the plans for the new island that's going to be one of Disney's private islands. So that's going to be amazing. So that was a really neat presentation. We enjoyed that. And now, like I said, we are out strolling, exploring the ship. That back part there where it was kind of like heading back to the crew quarters and everything, my dad just said it reminded him of the Big Red Boat, which I thought was interesting too. In the presentation they talked about the Big Red Boat, and they was like, did anyone ever sail on that? And my parents were able to raise their hands, and they were saying how back in the 80s that was the original cruise line that had a partnership with Disney, that they could have like Mickey and Minnie do meet and greets on the ship. But Disney didn't like that they weren't a high caliber customer service, you know, ship. So that was kind of the start of how Disney started analyzing, and they were like, let's create our own cruise line. Just look at how crystal blue that water is. Oh my gosh, that's so stunning. It's just mesmerizing. You just want to stare at it. Yeah, it is. I was just telling the vlog how they talked about the Big Red Boat, which you guys have actually, you were on.
We were on, and like he said, it's not the level of
service.
Really, I'm gonna have to find it and send it to you, and I will insert a picture. I think I have a picture of me sitting on the stateroom bed, and literally it probably is like crew quarters. I think it was 2 cots that came down off the wall.
Do you remember though, was the Disney partnership happening at the time when you sailed? Like, did you see any Disney characters on board, or?
Yeah, I mean, it was Disney related, because we bought it as a package, where it was the land, and then we got a couple days in Walt Disney.
Oh, so it was like an original land and sea thing.
Right.
Actually, the one we were on was, there was 2 of them running at the time. The one we were on though was Looney Tunes licensed.
Oh, so you didn't get the Disney one.
And they would do 1 week one week the other.
Right, yeah, okay.
But you still got to go do the land and sea, like stop in Disney World? That is so interesting.
We had a day at SeaWorld too, was incorporated in it. SeaWorld, and then on to Disney, and we had like 3 days on the ship. So it was like a whole week experience.
And you like stayed on Disney property then? Or it was just like a day trip? Okay, you stayed on Disney property.
On Disney property.
Interesting. We actually walked a full mile, and it doesn't even feel like it, because you're just like staring at the ocean, and like we said, it went by so fast. So we did our exercise. Now we're coming up to get ice cream. Vanilla. I'm going with the swirl again. That's my fave. So we had our ice cream, and now at 2 o'clock, they're actually doing the thing that I wanted to do the other day on the Nassau day, but then we're doing something else. So it's nice that they give you multiple opportunities to do some of these different activities. But the activity that we're gonna go do, it's the Art of the Theme tour, and it's a 45-minute tour for adults 18 and over, and it's supposed to be kind of like the presentation we just sat through, where they dive into the Imagineering, but it's like an actual walking tour of the ship, and they point out different details. So I think it's gonna be very interesting. So we're getting a soda to walk with, because that's the best thing. You get unlimited ice cream and soda. That's what we've been loving. Just come get it anytime. So we actually had to come on deck 12 here. We haven't even been over here yet. This is in between Paolo and Remy is this lounge that is the meeting spot for this tour. So this is at the Meridian here.
The tour, you can go right up.
Thank you. This is such a nice lounge. Look at this.
I will never, ever, ever make you go up the stairs. We are only going to go. Thank you, right? It's a crime. I don't even know if you've gone from deck 4 to deck 6, but at the end I'm like, really hard time finding Meridian. Some of you are lying to yourselves. Yeah, this is kind of the hidden gem that I say. Meridian is the beautiful bar that we have all the way in the back of the ship here. Meridian actually is derived from the Latin word meaning middle. And obviously middle between Paolo and Remy, the 2 adult restaurants, right? Better as ante-meridian and post-meridian, AM and PM, right? Before, noon, afternoon, which I think is really funny because on the ship we use military time, so it's, maybe that's just funny for me. Meridian is actually designed to look like a captain's quarters. So, this is not in the script, but I'm going to use some of my Boston Tea Party knowledge. I worked at the Boston Tea Party Ships Museum.
So right now they actually get to take us inside of Remy, which is one of the signature restaurants. They have Remy and they have Paolo. Oh, that's beautiful.
I know, right?
Are they? Thank you.
So let's talk about some stuff. This is Remy, of course, like I said, this is themed after the movie Ratatouille. Why Paris? Well, because it's Ratatouille, that's a movie that we have. So we thought, why not model a fantastic restaurant after the grandeur of this movie? Right? And you look and you say, wow, this is nothing like deck 4, right? The entire atmosphere is changed. Everything is different. It's just, which means that they use a lot of inspiration. They draw a lot from nature, natural themes. So when you came in, above you, the little chandelier light fixture was a lot like these, where you have the beautiful flowers, earthy green and rich and brown tones. That, of course, is representing grass. All the way at the top, these trees actually have all this wood here. Fun fact about all this wood above you, it's actually not wood, it's plaster that's been painted and designed to look like wood. Step further away, so we actually have a Remy right here. This is his snout, that's his smile, and that's his ear, that's his eye, and that's his nose. You guys see it? So he's kind of all over the restaurant, which is pretty cool. Now while we're in here, I am going to say, I'm jealous about that, that's fine. Now Paolo, like I said, is kind of a little bit different than Remy. Paolo, does anyone know what Paolo means? Pole. Who said it? Ronald is smart all the way back there. He was so subtle about it.
There last night.
You had, well, that's fair. All right. Has anyone been to Paolo? Anyone had dinner there last night? Probably Ronald in the back. Okay. Now Paolo, yes, Paolo means pole. Why is it Italian? Well, besides the fact that Italian food is absolutely delicious, our first 2 ships, the Disney Magic and the Disney Wonder, were actually constructed in Italy. Can you all see this portrait right here? You can take a few steps forward if you need to. Wow, everyone did a jumping cover there. Take a look right up there. So we have Goofy upside down in a trophy for water ski championship, right? Based on that, what do you think is right above us?
Goofy Sports Deck.
Goofy Sports Deck, yeah. So Disney, like I said, is really good at telling you what you're about to see before you even realize that you're going to see it. Deck 11 and 12, we have this beautiful painting of Remy looking down at the chefs in Gusteau's. Of course, that scene from the movie. Where's Dad? Where's Dad?
Right here.
Dad's right there. He's fine. Stuart's wild, man. So we have this wonderful painting. This does a few things. First of all, it kind of puts us at the perspective of Remy. So he's all the way, way high up, and that's kind of showing us where we're going to be. And actually, if you look at these maps, you can actually see we are as high as we can possibly be in the ship without being outside. And it's kind of considered, again, an air of grandeur or wealth and being very high class to be very high up in a restaurant, in a building, what have you, because we're on a sea day. This is what the Imagineers had in mind, right? Is anybody living on deck 5?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I want you to imagine you wake up in the morning and you want a coffee because you're tired, right? So you're like, oh, well, I'm all the way in the back already. I'll just go up to Cabana's, right? But, of course, all the parents and all the kids and all the king's horses and all the king's men are using the elevators, so you say, okay, I'll just slum it with the stairs. So the idea from going from the very black and white sketches to outlines to a little bit more of a sketch to a few more colors to slowly becoming fully colored in pictures was to slowly wake you up as you go up the stairs. And right now, this wonderful yellow area, when you are on the stateroom decks all the way in the back where we are now, the ship, that is all going to be yellow. If you're on the stateroom decks all the way in the midship area, that yellow is going to be blue. And then if you're all the way forward, it's going to be red. So the carpets will tell you so much, I cannot even begin to tell you.
That would have been good to know day one.
Well, I don't think they offered this tour on day one. And I actually see there's a little fish, little metal fishy. And the fish actually holds the cards, again, fish, because fish has 4 letters, port has 4 letters.
Oh my gosh.
Left, I know, yeah.
That's cool. That's
side, yeah. And then, oh my gosh, let's take a step further. On the other side, okay, does anyone know?
Seahorse.
Seahorse. Different if you're a concierge. You don't care. Does anyone know? I think we heard it. Seahorse, because seahorse, starboard. Seahorse and starboard. Starboard, the way I used to remember it, second star to the right. It's on the right side of the ship. So there you go. Do you want me to make this worse for you all? Yeah, why not? If you look, and actually, you don't have to move, but you can all just take a look-see over here. And you kind of know, because when we were up one deck on deck 5, that's where the kids club is, right? And everything's proportioned exactly for them. Like, they just are up there, and they know it's a kids area. Especially if you are a taller gentleman up there, you might feel a little bit cramped. And that's, again, done with purpose. The deck 5 is a little bit shorter because it's where the kids club is. Now you come down here to deck 4, this is all proportioned right. We know this is for us. Whereas if a small little child, where like one of them came down here, because they're small children, they would feel just a little bit out of place because it's so much taller, so much larger, you take a step back. Yeah, right? So the exterior design, let's talk about it. When we were in Nassau, is that what it is? Yeah, they come four together, I apologize. When we were in Nassau, you see a ship like Carnival, wow, it's a white cruise ship. Never seen that before, right? Of course it makes sense that a lot of cruise ships are white because that color reflects the sunlight instead of absorbs it, right? Now, interestingly enough, because we wanted to make the ship Mickey themed, right? We thought, what if we paint the whole cruise ship black? And that idea was quickly cast aside because we sail in the Bahamas. So just imagine, oh no, crew members are cooking inside. That's not the best. Oops, they're right there. And then on the bottom of the ship, we have that beautiful dark hull, and of course, again, Mickey Mouse themed, right? All the way to the top, back to those funnels. Did you guys know only one of them is operational? Who didn't know that? Anyone? That's not a fun fact. Outlook, which is like, it could be a rehearsal dinner kind of area. It can also be, it's where edges, the tween club, everyone sits in edge. And it's also really cool if you ever do an edge open house, which the parents can go in. You can actually see the shadows of the people riding the aqueduct as they go by. You can hear them screaming, which is pretty cool. So yes, those are the 2 red funnels on top. Could we just use one since one is only needed to go Sure. But the Imagineers really like this classic ocean liner look, right, with the two funnels. And at one point it was actually considered, way back when in the Kate Winslet era, the more funnels that a ship has, the safer you are, because the more funnels that you have, the faster you go. Which doesn't make any sense in that respect. So as if they were creating all the rules and regulations for these cruise ships, they said, okay, rule number 1, all the lifeboats have to be orange, because orange is the safety color. And we said, well, that's fine, but there's no orange in Mickey, so is it okay if we do yellow? And the powers that be said, no. But we're Disney, so we found a loophole. And what we did was we essentially took a lifeboat that was orange, okay? We painted it yellow and then ran all the safety tests, all the specifications that we needed to run on it. And then we showed the Coast Guard and said, look, the color doesn't affect how safe the lifeboat is, right? They still went through all the tests, they passed all the tests. And as Americans, I know that we don't like to be proven wrong, so the Coast Guard said, okay, fine, you have your yellow lifeboats, and that was the end of it. So yes, we are the first company to actually have yellow lifeboats on board. And then, does anybody know the color of the bottom of the ship, the hull of the ship? We're ending at the gift shop, baby, okay? That's my favorite joke to tell right here. So I always like to end right here with a few just leftover notes that I'll say. Note number 1, Disney's Believe in the Walt Disney Theater tonight. So funny, literally a fleet-wide classic. Raise your hand if you've seen Believe before. So it's on all the ships, and I think the really magical part about it is that, of course, it's a different cast with every ship, you know, like the girl who plays Sophia might not be the same, so it might be a different joke. I just recommend that you go see it. I think all the shows here are fantastic. But another reason I like to end here is right by this wonderful man, Walter Disney. Walter, does anyone know his middle name? Look at you guys go. Yes, Walter Elias Disney. I end my tour with a quote from him that is, I only hope we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse, which is just kind of crazy even for me to believe and remember that what started as a tiny little cartoon of what once was Mortimer the Mouse, right, that turned into Mickey, created this huge whole empire that is dedicated to family vacations and reconnecting with your loved ones and hopefully having a fantastic time, just getting away from normal life, enjoying this vacation with your family on the 7 seas. And hopefully this tour contributed to that a little bit in a positive way. I hope you guys had fun. Like I said, I'll be here if you guys have any questions.
We're back in the room now. Me and Mom are on the balcony having a glass of wine. Cheers. Cheers. The tour, I'm so glad that we did that. That was fun.
Yeah,
that
was a good, very good
guide.
Yeah, she was entertaining.
Yes, she was awesome. Yeah, what was her name? Shout out to her.
Lindsay.
Lindsay, yes, Lindsay was awesome. So really neat pieces of information. I love the artistry and like the Imagineering that goes into everything. So there was just neat little pieces of trivia. Like I hope you guys enjoyed watching that as much as like I enjoyed, you know, experiencing that. Like the whole thing with the I knew the thing about the, I don't know if I filmed that part, but the tip of, in the hallway, the star, the tip of the star is always pointing forward, so you know that that's the forward part of the ship. I pointed that out in the vlog earlier. I did know that fact, but everything else I had no idea. Like she said, there's actually like the colors of the carpets, whether you're forward, midship, or aft, it's like different. I believe it's the middle is yellow, forward is red.
It was blue and then red is
blue and
the
red
front, I think.
Something like that. But there's red, blue, and yellow.
Watch the video.
Watch the video. Yes, she was discussing that, and then the whole thing with the you can tell if you're port or starboard, left or right, based on what door hanger you have. If you're on the starboard side, which we are, we're on the right side, we have a seahorse, starboard, and then the people on the port side, they have a fish, because fish is 4 letters, just like port is 4 letters. It's also how you can tell. I can always remember what is right or left with the port starboard thing based on the fact that port is 4 letters and left is 4 letters. So there you go. Just little interesting things, like literally like you walk through and you're just like, oh, the ship's beautiful, look at this, but it's like everything has an intention. Like when they made this, it's like that with everything with the Disney parks and Disney Cruise Line. We now see like no different. It's they put thought into literally everything.
Everything tells a story.
Everything tells a story, yeah.
The paintings,
Yes.
you know, all of the sculptures, everything tells a story. And you know, so many times even in the parks, you just run past things. You run down Main Street, you run. And here, you know, there's so much to take in, and knowing that now you can appreciate it more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we just ordered some room service. So we got a cheese plate, which is the all hands on deck.
cheese plate.
Yes,
It was
you
good.
enjoyed this. Then what's the next plate hold? That's Dad's hot dog. He went with a hot dog. It comes with
Ooh,
sauerkraut. Oh, French fries.
And we know what you got.
Oh yes, I had to go for it again. Well, there's the one thing I got again. Mac and cheese.
cheese.
Amazing. And then this we all loved the other night. It was so good. The chicken Caesar salad. Seriously, this chicken is the most tender. You have to try this. Now the question, oh, also Mom and Dad ordered some glasses of Merlot as well. The question, do we eat in here? Or maybe we'll go back out on the balcony and watch the ocean. I think that's what we're probably gonna do. Okay, so we had room service on the balcony. Now I got some water to go. I am going to get ready to head out of the room here and go upstairs to, they have the youth like open houses. They do these a couple times throughout the cruise, and it's a chance for the people who are not children to get to experience the kids clubs and everything, because if you were not aware, Disney Cruise Line has amazing children's programming for young kids all the way up to tweens and teens. They have like a 13 to 17 like teen club. There's so many different things. So the one that I'm gonna get to go see, this is Edge, and I think Edge is the teen club. So I'm gonna go see that, and then hopefully later tonight I'll get to check out the other two kids clubs. So I came up the steps from deck 12, and now ever since that tour earlier, I'm like paying even more attention to every single one of the paintings and what they then represent. So we have my favorite Disney castle, the Little Mermaid Castle, and look what it leads up to. Concierge Lounge. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't this be such a dream? One day I would love to do concierge level on a Disney cruise. Okay, so I know Edge is located on deck 13. This is my first time ever being up here, entering this way. Let's see. I didn't see it up here, but I just looked. So it's on deck 13 midship, and right now we are forward. So have to go out and around. I'm learning how to navigate. So I think Edge is actually inside of the funnel here. Let's see. And I have to correct myself. It's Vibe that is the teen club. Edge is the tween club. Yes, I was right. So here we go, Edge. You come in on deck 12 midship. You come in on deck 12 midship and then actually go up the steps here to deck 13.
Hi guys, hello. Welcome to Edge.
Oh my gosh, this is where you can actually see the aqueduct going past. From here, I believe they were saying on the tour earlier that then if you continue on up, this is like a special private event space that can be rented out for, I believe, weddings and like rehearsal dinners and such. Oh yeah, so up here I found restrooms and a radio studio. That's cool. And then it seems there is a venue up here, but it says venue closed. Oh yeah, this is what they were saying. It's called The Outlook. I bet that is amazing in there. Okay, back in the stateroom, as you can see, we have the monkey has moved to right here. So we have been having such a relaxing time just sitting on the balcony, hanging out. So yes, it's been such a relaxing day today. That's kind of like what sea days are all about, I think, is just getting to really like take a chill, enjoy the amenities of the ship. But even at that, like there's so many activities and things that we wanted to do today. Like we haven't even hit the pool yet today, like because we were doing all of the running around, like doing the activities, which was so fun. But I was already saying, I'm like, I see the appeal of like a 7-night cruise, like 3-4 nights. There's so many activities, like you just feel like you want to see and do everything. But I think just like Walt Disney World, like there's no way you could do it in 1 week's vacation time. Like you need to be able to come back. And I think that's the appeal of Disney Cruise Line, is you want to pace yourself and like pick and choose activities to do this cruise, and then the next time around do other things. So truly it is an experience you can keep coming back to. I love it. I'm wearing my t-shirt, my Disney Cruise Line t-shirt. I'm a fan. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, and then start part 2 of our day 4 adventure. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video, leave me some comments. All those things go a very far way in helping to support me and the channel. And with that, make today magical, and I will see you in part 2. Bye guys.